Fairfield is a historical community. It was one that was founded by Blacks right after the Civil War. And it was during a time where the thought or the concept of freedom for all Black individuals was new. And it's really this spirit of persistence and determination that the Fairfield community was born. And it's the cornerstone of the spirit that drives the community still to this day. The heritage of the community is one of resilience, persistence, and progress. And 2000, we really started taking a look at the impact Unlimited Future had on our community. And we sent some people out and we started doing surveys. And one of the things that we saw that was a thread throughout everybody's survey was, we need a grocery store, we need access to food. It's not available here in the community. So we started doing small classes, teaching people how to grow in a small pot just in their backyard. And then we discovered that there's some people that they'd have more than a small pot. They actually could do a bed or actually have a full garden in their backyard. So we start providing them with the education that they needed, when to grow and how to grow. And then we started applying for different grants, got funded through the Palatine Foundation and the communities to where people can actually start seeing, oh, I can actually service myself and possibly a couple of my neighbors just by the food that I grow in my backyard.
Some of the plants that we have growing at the high tunnel is we have squash, zucchini, we have tomatoes, we have a couple varieties of peppers, we also have cucumbers and other crops. So we're actually able to give our community members a valuable skill like planting and growing your own food, and they're actually able to have access to organic food even if they're particularly in a low income or even if they're not.
It's nice that they have a facility like our market that's walkable. They can actually walk the neighborhood, come and buy fresh produce and go home. And the beauty of it is some of the produce that's offered in the market is grown by their neighbor down the street and throughout our neighbor food ecosystem.
So what we're doing at the Central Kitchen in Huntington through Healthy Kids, Inc. is we are serving child care centers and other community organizations in our area using locally sourced produce and chef-crafted recipes and fresh ingredients to make the benefits of those things more accessible to the folks in our community. What we found is that the parents love it when they're able to learn where the ingredients come from that are in their children's lunches, and getting to share a bit more about like our local greens grower and his story with our parents so that they know the nutrient benefits of those greens or those ingredients. And I think just knowing where your food comes from is really valuable, especially for children and their parents and families in our community. A part of nutrition education is sharing information, but it's also learning from who you're serving, learning about the needs that they've identified in their community and how can we help support them in meeting those needs with what they're already doing to serve their community.
As a free and charitable clinic, taking care of the uninsured, the underinsured, and those on Medicaid. And so much of our overall health is driven by what we eat. One of our probably most exciting offerings when it comes to food as medicine is our Pharmacy West Virginia program. But the idea there was if we could provide people with education on what nutritious food options really were, education on how to prepare them, how to prepare favorite dishes that fit our Appalachian culture and heritage and palates so that we like what it is, but to be able to do so with options that are healthier. We wouldn't be able to do this. This population wouldn't have opportunities like this without generous members of the community that have that vision to invest to create those sorts of opportunities. So whenever we can seize those moments and see lives change and see people that really do just experience better health outcomes and just an overall better quality of life, it is so rewarding for those of us that are doing the work day to day. Whenever we get to have experiences like that, where we see the learning take place, when we see the opportunity be presented to someone and it just ends up being a delight for them and not only helps them be healthier, but it's also a joy, it's exciting for them. That's just such a blessing for us to get to be a part of.